Hi everyone, I am here today to show you how to do the second part of the heart stitch. I'm sorry that it's taken so long to get this up. I've just haven't been feeling really good, but let's begin. This is probably going to be a pretty good long tutorial. I'm going to try to shorten it up by editing the video. But anyway, you should be to the point where you have your two basically square walls did. This is really small because I'm just doing an example of this whole lanyard, but yours should be, like I told you before, between 48 to 50 stitches on each brick tower thing. So you should be at this point. Please make sure that you have the same amount. Make sure that your stitches are pretty even together, just to make it look like a more put together heart. So yeah. So what you're going to make sure to do is you're going to want to make sure that, let me get all these separate, that when you put your two towers together, I'll call them towers, that your long strands, which in my case are the pink, are on the outskirts and going through the middle like this. This is what you should have. If you don't have something kind of like this, you either need to add stitches or take them away. So let me put it up to the camera so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And my stitches are kind of loose because of, I believe, this purple holograph gimp is a little thick and bulky, and it kind of makes this come out just a little bit, but hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. And then when I say that, like my blue, yeah, I'm going to do my purple, you know, I'm going to say the colors that I have, but just keep track of what colors I'm talking about and where they are, and put them into your own reference. So let's begin. My camera seems like it's going to die. I don't want to have 3 and 4, you know, things of this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the towers, I'm going to call them the towers, and we're going to bend them inward, like so. Okay? So just bend them. See how it's kind of forming the heart? Yes, I know mine is kind of crooked. I have no clue why, but I'll mesh it around to make it a heart later, more of a heart shape later. But just look at the concept of what I'm trying to say, of it looking like a heart. So don't worry about how mine looks. Yours should be looking pretty even if you did all the stitches right and even. So you just want to keep those together like this and turn it upside down. And now you should have an opposite of what you had the first time. Remember when your pinks were in the middle of this way? Now in my case, my purples are. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tie these together. And what I mean by we're going to tie these together, we're going to do a super brick. And we're going to put these together. So we're going to move my purples out the way, because we're not going to use the purples right now. The purples are going to be when you get ready to do your super brick, you have your 3 colors there. They're going to be the middle strands that you put in the middle. So move those kind of out the way right now. And now what you're going to do, your longer strands, which in my case are pink, you're going to go over like you would normally do for a super brick. This is going to be kind of loose because I'm not holding it. But you're going to do just like that, like you would normally do any kind of stitch. And now we're going to start weaving. So I'm going to start with my dark blue and start weaving. Try to get this, hold this pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go to the other side. Okay. So we're going to go to the other side and get my other dark blue. I'm trying to keep this pink down and not coming up like that. Come on. Ugh, things like that frustrate me. Okay, so it should be held down now because we weaved our blue through. Now what we're going to do is we're going to weave our purple. Well, my purple. We're going to weave it through. Then we're going to go to the other side and get the other purple. Hold on, let me get these back together. This over here. Okay. It's a lot of string, so you kind of have to keep things in I don't know. I can't say it. Perspective, I guess. Even I still have trouble sometimes with a lot of strings. So we're just going to keep weaving, just like a super brick. Just keep weaving. Even if I'm not really showing you exactly what I'm doing. Because I don't want to start this video all over again. Because I messed up on one string. So I'm on my last one. Please let this be right. Kind of tired. So hopefully everything is weaved in right. So we should have a kind of a super brick look and feel. Hopefully everything is right. So let's start pulling it together. So you can pull these together and kind of see if it's right or not. Which I think it is. Thank you. So just pull tight. Make sure you get everything pretty good. If you have some string that's kind of twisted, just kind of, you know, like this purple is kind of twisted here, just pull it out just a tad, and you can always just twist it around and then feed it back through. Simple as that. You don't have to start it all over again. So yeah, so here's your super brick. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to do 2 more super bricks. So after you do 2 more super bricks, come back and we will continue. Bye. Okay, so after you do your 2 super bricks, you're going to come back and we're going to get rid of 2 strands, excuse me. Ugh. Which in my case, we're going to start getting rid of the middle strands, which are the purple ones. And the reason why we're doing this is so we can start to make the heart pointed on the bottom. So I've already started it. So basically you're not going to use them at all. Don't even touch them right now. You're just going to do a brick, a regular brick on top of your super brick. But leave it loose because we are going to be using the purple strands. So this is kind of what you're looking at. You have a brick and then here are my purple strands here. Not used in this stitch. So, but now what we're going to do, we're going to take my purple strand, which is on my left, and we're going to feed it under these my two blues. I'm going to feed it under there, which is the furthest to the top. We're feeding it under. And then we're going to the other side. And then we're going to feed this other string through the middle, which is this blue and the light blue. So you should have something kind of like that, where you feed it, oh my god, I can't talk today. We fed it through, so hopefully you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So now what you're going to do is you're going to tighten this stitch that you just did. It might be a little hard to tighten it because of these strings still poking out. but pull it as tightly as you can, but not to the point where you think you would break it. So yeah, see, we're doing the stitches here. So move those out the way. If you need to, please pull the purple strands up a little bit. So hopefully that might give you a little bit more slack to work with. So now what we're going to do, you should have something like that with the purple strands coming out. We're going to do one more brick stitch. We're going to do one more brick like we just did around these purple strands. So keep it as tight as you can. Mine is a little loose, but hopefully it won't be so bad. So I'm going to start feeding the strings through. I'm not going to use like this holographic purple really anymore, because it just seems like it's making things difficult because it's so thick. I think that's why I might be having problems keeping it really tight. So you're just doing a brick around it. Okay, let's get this in here. Okay. So now we're going down the same road we just came from and try to do, yeah, I know it just focused really weird. That means my camera's about to die. This is just going to secure your purple strands. Remember, we're doing brick, not super brick. I'm sorry if I made a mistake, when I made a mistake earlier. So we're going to be slowly getting rid of strings. So this is what you should be having right now. So when I come back, we're going to be getting rid of 2 more strings. Okay, my camera is so about to die, so hopefully I can do the rest of this tutorial in time. So I will be talking a little fast. You should be at the point where you've done your second brick stitch over the purple strands. So now we're going to be getting rid of 2 more stitches. So we're going to do a square stitch. We're going to use the top gimp up here and the bottom gimp down here. So we're getting rid of 2 of the different color ones, which are basically in the middle again. So what we're going to do is do a square stitch. I need to get more memory for my camera so it won't die so easy. So I hate being rushed. So, okay, let's start by doing this square stitch. And I'm sorry, I told somebody that this was going to show you how to complete the super brick / corkscrew. I'm so sorry, I got mixed up. This is going to show you how to complete the square, but I can do that tutorial. Okay, so now that we have our square stitch done, you can see it. The 2 strands that you haven't used, you're going to treat them just like the purple strands that you used earlier, which are already in the middle, and you're going to feed these in the middle also. So just feed them up through the middle. We're getting towards the end of all this chaos here. So we're going to pull this tight. And now we're going to do 1 more square stitch on top of this. So just keep pulling as tight as you can, just not breaking it, because you have all these strands in the middle. So I'm going to try to do it without messing up, because I have Ugh, like I said, I hate being freaking rushed. Something that really bothers me. Okay. So try to pull them as tight as you can. And just, see, I'm gonna pull it like that. Okay, that's better. Alright, so we're gonna do one more square. Just to keep everything tightened up. Just one more square. Okay, let me make sure I can see here. Okay, so we have our last square. And then I have to do one more stitch, and then we will be done. So just go around your project, just pulling tight. Okay, so you should be seeing kind of the point. Yours will look better than mine because mine is so small. So you're going to be doing one more square, but leave it loose because this is the completion stitch. Okay, so we have our square and it's loose. So now what you're going to do is basically go around in a circle, feeding. We're going to take this pink and go right around the corner. Like, the pink is right here. Hopefully this will focus. And so we're going to go around the corner right from pink. Go right around and feed this up and through. Then keep turning. Do the same thing. All you do is turn and go around the corner and feed it up through the middle. Go to the next pink. Like the little corner, like right here. Like where you see this part at. Just go around that up through the middle. The last one is the blue one, which I'm on my pink corner. Go around that corner up through the middle. Okay? So you have that. This is kind of how it would look on the bottom. And you take all of your strings and you pull on them. You just pull on them. Even if you have to do them in groups, you pull on them to just tighten them up. Just keep pulling. It looks a little jumbled up, but that's the completion stitch. Uh-oh, shoot. Okay. Okay? So you just keep pulling them tight. You can always, unravel strings later. Yeah, my camera's about to die because it's not even... There we go. See? And then you can go back and see, you can just shape the heart. Just shape it up. Mine looks pretty different because mine is so smaller. But this is the completion stitch of how you would do the pointed bottom. So hopefully everybody gets this. Sorry if it was terrible. Please let me know if you still need help. But that's how I do it. That's how I do the heart. And they come out pretty good when I do it all the way down. So, yeah. There you go. Thank you for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.